Hey guys, how you doing? Top Table Steve here. I'm here with the boys, Ben and Jay. How we doing, lads?
Hello,
Good
how are we all
evening,
doing?
everyone.
Are we going to do the normal check that everyone can hear what we're saying and we don't sound weird?
I'm sure they'll soon let
I
us
better
know
have,
if the audio's off. We've got every faith in you
better,
tonight, Steve. Every faith.
Oh, that's jinxed me for
I know,
starters.
right? How is everyone this evening? Hope you're having a good week in isolation. It's episode 32, I think, of Top Table Live, and I think it's the first one where we've managed to get all three of us on.
Yeah, it's first time
I
all three
think,
of us have been on, so it means that I can just sit here and mess about or you do the business end.
It does. Sorry, got some. There we go. Cool. How is everyone? Do let us know in the chat. Let us know that you're in. Say hello and let us know what you've been up to. This is going to be another interesting stream. It's weird doing one remotely. We've never done one of these top table lives like properly remotely, have we? Which is a bit odd.
No,
no.
uh,
We had a couple of practices yesterday, which was winding people up because we were on for about 5 minutes going, is it working? Is it working? Can everybody hear us? And then we were stopping, and then we started up again about 5 minutes later and did another one.
Yeah, that was
But
Steve wanting
there
to
we go.
test it 47 times or something.
I like speaking to people. What can I say? I like speaking, and the thing is,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
a visual person, so I need to see it working. I can't just go, yeah, that's right, that's right. So that's going to work. I need to see it working. But yeah. Anyway, how are we all? Let us know in the chat if you're new in. Let us know what you've been up to whilst you've been locked up in your houses like the rest of us. Hence us doing this remote live stream. You guys, should start with Ben. What have you been up to hobby wise, Ben?
I did some conversions of some Riders of Rohan yesterday. Oh, sorry, Warriors of Rohan yesterday.
Seen them.
And I've got that on camera as well. So I just need to edit that, and that will be a little video going out very, very soon.
Cool.
Other than that, not a huge amount of hobbying, just finishing off a few little projects. Just sort of bet you know when you painted stuff and you couldn't bother basing it. So I've just got like this pile of stuff that hasn't been based. So I've just been working through that very gradually. But not a huge amount of hobby this last week, I must admit. How about you guys?
What about you, Jake?
I've not done a lot this week, but weekend and last week I got a ton done. I finished my Imperial Army for Star Wars Legion, which was good. Everything I've got, there's a few bits I can't get hold of at the moment, but everything I've managed to get hold of is now painted. That's done. And then at weekend, I thought I'll see how much Batman I can get done from the models I've collected over the last two editions, and I smashed another 20, 19 models out a weekend.
Nice.
And now I'm just chilling out. I'm kind of prepping a few new projects, and I've kind of done a bit of an element order, and I've got kind of 3 or 4 things lined up. And I'm going to be filming a hobby vlog and letting people pick what I work on next.
Nice. Have you been using contrast to paint your Batman stuff?
Yeah, just contrast. A friend of mine, Russ Charles, who does the sculpting for the Steamforge stuff, he was chatting to me and he gave me a mega tip of getting rid of Wraithbone and Greyseer and doing contrast over Zenithal. So Zenithal highlights with an airbrush and then contrast straight over the top, and it just levels it up instantly.
Nice.
I'm literally just using just contrast, just smashing it out. Don't get me wrong, there are bits of it that we could take time on and look better, but for the time invested, like it just looks awesome. And just getting it done so I can get it on the table, if and when Planet Earth ever lets us play games again, then that's kind of the plan, really.
Yeah.
Sounds good. How about you, boy?
Loads, tons. I have hobbied till my socks fell off. I've been doing loads of videos, which have been people are going to be sick of the sight of me. So I've put loads of videos out. I've still got about 3 to
Going to be.
Hey, turn it in. Done loads of painting. I was streaming on Sunday on the GBHL with Damien. So I've got these two guys to finish, which are absolutely stunning models. The defenders of Helm's Deep, Aldor and Aleph. Some orcs and Mordor Urukai. I've been painting a load of this stuff for the board that's coming.
What's that stuff?
That's the 3D printed stuff from Whitefoot 3D.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I'm getting all that painted so I can do the board next. I'm just finishing up. It's over there. Can't be bothered to get it, but my display board. So there's a video coming out for that. I've been filming that and doing the display board for Dunland. And today there's a big pile there of stuff that I took delivery of.
Yeah, you didn't finish telling me what's in there.
Watcher in the Water, Knights of Dol Amroth, Gandalf, White and Pippin, the Fellowship, which you know about, Dol Amroth Knights on foot or behind there, and then this box is full of lots of minis. All Lord of the Rings stuff, so that's fun. So I'll enjoy painting it. So I'm going to get all that done next week, I think. What else? Loads. Yeah, loads of stuff. There's stuff I can't talk about on camera. I'll get arrested.
We have a quick in the chat and see who's in.
We meant like miniature hobbying, not your other hobbies, Steve.
And I'm a new fan of the app TikTok.
Oh my god!
As
11-year-olds.
These two will they'll back me up. Us three are going to be on TikTok very, very soon. Keep your eye out for it.
You two are going to be on
TikTok. Keep your eye out for it. Please, please, please give Jay a push. Tell him to live a little.
Steve's trying to get me to do some viral dance on TikTok, and it's not happening. It's been a little bit.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Listen, my coordination is terrible, so it's not going to go down well.
Mate, I'm over the worst side of 40. I'm overweight and I can't dance, so you're going to be better than me, mate.
Remains to be seen.
Anyway, let's jump in the chat. Jay, do you want to jump in and pick it up?
Can do. So let's have a look who's been in the chat. We start with Frederick Schultz, who says, good to know, Ben. Hope everyone is doing well. Hello, my friend. Good to have you in. Will Pintar is in. Drawn Combat Will. Good to have you in, buddy. Sorry I missed your call. I'll bring you back. Benji B's in, but he's, of course, also sat there. So we know about that one. Tanya's in. Hello, Tanya.
While we're saying hello to Will, can we just point out that his community hobby vlog went up this week as well?
Yeah.
Oh, it did. It did really well as well.
Yeah.
Yo, SK Cribs. That's what it was.
I was going to say, hobby vlog meets Cribs, right?
SK Cribs. Stockport Cribs it was.
Yeah, we've got Glyn Seymour in, of course, and he says, hey, Slim JJ and Old J. Nice.
Whoa.
Glyn, good to have you in. Whew. I'll take that. I'm just Jay now. That's all right.
Good old Jay.
This is not a test is in. Is this a test or is it? No, sorry.
No
Different
test.
Gear TV is in.
Yeah.
Says this is not a test or is it? Good evening, my friend.
This isn't a test. This is punishment.
This is punishment. This is Will is saying hello to everyone. James Miniature Space says, evening, guys. How is everyone? Doing pretty good, James. How are you? And don't forget, everyone, stick in the comments what stuff you've been working on and how you've been keeping cabin fever in isolation at bay. Glyn Seymour saying hello. Nicholas Gardner says, still alive in New York. Hello, good Nicholas. Stuff. Hope you're doing all right, my friend.
Yeah, good. It's tough in New York at the minute, so stay safe, brother.
Definitely.
Nick's a key worker as well, isn't he? He's, I want to say, he's working in healthcare, I believe, from memory.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, keep up the good work, mate.
Yeah, big respect there. We've got Jog PLC, and he says, evening all.
How you doing, Pete?
Working on some Blood Reaver Chaos Marauder conversions, so I'll be pretty quiet tonight. That's okay, my friend. I love the Blood Reaver models. They are some of my favourite core models, actually.
Yeah,
so
they're cool.
Good on you. Sons of Gondor 1 says, howdy all. TMAT Tiberius here. Hello, my friend.
Hello. How you doing? First time in. The thing is, he's called Sons of Gondor on. He's called Sons of Gondor on the chat, and he's obviously realised that we won't know who that is from Sons of Gondor. So he said that he's TMAT Tiberius, but I don't know who that is either.
Nope. So do give us a bit more information because you're forgetting the key thing with Top Table, which is that we are idiots.
Yeah.
Will Pintar is chatting to Tanya. Nicholas Gardner says, I'm working on Noise Marines by day and Haldir and Rumil by night. Nice. The ever wonderful Ben Pearson's in. He says, evening, guys.
Evening, Shield brother.
We've got the painting machine that is Steve Bono in. He says, hi, guys. Enjoy.
How you doing?
Not just painting, terrain machine now as well.
I know,
yeah,
right?
He's on to terrain.
He's doing a board build for Star Wars Legion. It looks wicked as well.
He's built and painted all the models that there are in the world, and now he's just thinking, completed it, so I'll move on to terrain.
That's it. He's run out of miniatures.
Clocked it, mate.
Yeah, we've got Pat Gaunt in, the legend that is Pat Gaunt. Much love, my friend. Justin's in. Hello there.
Hey,
Graham
pal.
Dixon of DefZap Studio is in. Evening, folks. Good evening. Everyone go and check out DefZap Studios on Facebook. They're making some wicked stuff. Graham is also a good personal friend and a legend. Warwick Griggs is in. Hey, guys. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Warwick. How's it going?
The wonderful Skull Munch is in and says, good
Sean,
evening, all. Good evening, Sean.
Beautiful
it is
person.
Final Fantasy Eve, my friend. And I'm already planning my nap times for tomorrow so I can play at midnight.
Sad.
I'm ready.
Very
ready.
Sad. Very sad.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm so excited. Well, I've got, like, it comes out on Friday, but I've got Oscar Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm like, right, well, I just need to stay up and play it from like midnight Thursday into Friday until about 10 in the morning. And then it's fine. So.
Not
and then you've got your lad who's going to, like, you know, keep you occupied, and you're not going to have a chance to sleep.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll just power through. It'll be worth it. Sometimes sacrifices are worth it.
He went Asda before. He got a lot of cans of Red Bull. He'll be all right.
That's it. Coffee, Red Bull. I am ready. We've got Frederick Schulz is still working on his Mordor or a kind. He might post some pictures. Everybody do post pictures. Head over to the Top Table Gaming community if you're not already in there and share your stuff. We love looking at it. It definitely makes these days a lot easier.
Yeah.
Ben, do you want to take over, bud?
Yeah, let's see where we got to.
Ganji Ross. Big Ganji Ross is in.
G. Ross, TikTok Table Gaming.
Oh, yes.
Is that a new thing now? Is that going to be something going forward?
Don't encourage.
Justin says, sounds like you guys need some free dance lessons. Are you offering, Justin?
It's Nick Gardner, yeah, his Sons of Gondor.
What?
So, what?
Oh no, it's not. Nick. I'm like, yeah, ignore me. I've got 4 screens up. Ignore me.
Yeah, just ignore him. Just ignore him. But yeah, just to let us know if you're offering us some dance lessons, because I think we could potentially do with some. Warwick Griggs going to get Old Grishnak finished tonight, a week after starting on the stream last week.
Nice.
Great. Post him up once you've done. Pat is saying hi to my cat, who is sat just behind me here on the shelf. She's featured in a couple of videos, just jumping in here and there. Steve Bonner says, tattooing for me, failing at mixing sand colours. So yeah, there's a lot of kind of sand colour going on there, isn't there? Because it's mostly sand. We've got Coleman, another one of our patrons. How is it going, mate? Nice to have you in. Sons of Gondor finished Maggot and Dogs the other day. Excellent. Oh, we've got Green Tree in. Hey, Green Tree.
We were talking about Green Tree the other day.
We were. I sent a little message I posted on one of his last videos just saying we miss him, and we haven't heard from him for ages. So, yeah, great to see you in, mate.
Yeah, welcome back, my friends.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Sons of Gondor has been here a while. I was going to say, Sons of Gondor, the name does sound familiar. So he's definitely been in before. Dom Symes, hi guys, still painting Legion, down to my last 8 minis plus 3 vehicles. Is that all the miniatures you've got left, like in total, to paint? Because you're in dire straits, mate.
Dom, post some of your work in the group as well. Dom is an insane painter as well, so I'm sure they're going to look incredible.
Yeah, definitely. We've got Bruno Carico in, saying hi all. Hi, Bruno. Are you new to the live stream?
If you are, let us know where you're from and how you found us, my friend.
Yeah. Sam Page is in. Hi, nerds.
Oh, God.
He's definitely new. I've not seen this name before.
Never heard of him. Never.
How you doing, Sam? Good to have you, man.
Yeah. Pat Gordon, continue with my rats for mice and mystics tonight. You've done a cracking job on all those minis. That first rat was looking great. I think you've got 5 more to go, I think you said.
I've seen the cockroaches. Cockroaches look cool.
Yeah, really cool. Skullbunch says, haha, yes, Jay, bring on Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think you guys were talking, wasn't it delayed or something as well?
Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be out on my birthday, like pretty much on my birthday last month. So it's been pushed back, and it is out on Friday. But the annoying thing is, a lot of people, because they were panicking about it being late, a lot of people have had it for like a week and a half. But because I bought the digital version, I've had to sit and wait, and I very nearly bought one for £100 off eBay the other day because he lived near me, just so I could get it early. But I showed restraint in the end, even though I'd already bought it.
Well done.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Nick Gardner says, pros play through the night because that's what heroes do. You're definitely classed in that bracket there, Jay.
Yeah.
Matt Prescott, how is everyone? We're all doing very well.
How you doing, Matt?
Thanks for joining us. So Matt kind of introduced Steve to Tabletop Simulator.
There's a lot of tops and tables in that.
Tabletop
Simulator.
Yeah, well, we've got Bradley Compton in. Evening, guys. Evening, Brad.
How you doing, pal?
Nice to have you in, mate. Nick Gardner is Nick Gardner. Not enough elves in Gondor. It says, Ben, I may be offering you some free dance lessons. Yes. Are you a good dancer? Is the question, or are these some sort of terrible dance lessons?
Yeah, that doesn't really matter, Ben, because the chances are it's a high likelihood he's going to be better than we are.
I had a dance lesson a couple of years ago. It didn't help. I'm beyond help.
Really? What was that in aid of?
Well, so it was a friend of mine, Rich Loxon from Steamforge Wedding, and I was one of the groomsmen, and he wanted to learn how to dance for the wedding, but didn't want to go on his own. So me and Ed Ball went with him, and we went and had a dance lesson.
Jesus, I've always been just a head bobber, you know, like in clubs. I'm just a head bobber. Man.
Yeah.
I have to be extremely drunk for the legs to move. Like other than that, it's just a head bobber.
I don't know. The scouring Saturday nights tell me differently, Steve. We won't get into that on a live stream, eh?
Once the arms start going, that's it.
When you're in fifth down, you're like a man possessed. We've all seen it. We've all seen it.
Jeez. Come on, let's get back in the chat. Let's not talk about this.
You what?
Go on.
I was going to say, Justin's working on his Riders Rohan that he started on Saturday's live stream with Damien and Steve.
Nice.
So I'm glad that people are able to continue their work listening to this dribble. Will Pintar says, I'd be painting myself, but I need some new paint and a wet palette. Sad times, my friend. You know, getting some new paints now, I think it's going to be a bit tough.
Yeah. Paint not this anymore.
You'll have to take your pots to get a pre-mixed paint, won't you? Oh no, because even the DIY shops are not even open.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's great.
You're going to struggle.
Yeah, use crayons.
Ian Whitehouse. Crayons.
Hey, Luke used a Sharpie on a Space Marine. That worked.
That's true.
Yeah, that looked fine, yeah. Ian Whitehouse says, lads.
I do, Ian.
Says, what to let me help you decide. Pinto says, however, I now have been working on the
I've got Ben.
Sound site.
Ben, can you hear it? I'm going to stop you there because you keep cutting out, so I'll take over the chat and then we'll jump onto some subjects.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
Yeah. So Sean says, hope all three of you are keeping safe and not losing your minds. Keeping safe, but I'm losing my mind a little bit this week. I'm glad I've got this pile behind me now to keep me occupied. Nick Garden says, what's the name of the TTG Discord? I have TTS and I'm owed a game of Legion during Adepticon. If you go in our Facebook group and just tag me in a post there, and I'll send you the link because otherwise I'll forget. So if you tag me when I come off the stream, I'll send you the link, my friend. Green Tree says, cheers lads, had a shocker of a year so far, just getting over some personal stuff and then the world ends. Miss these chats. So yeah, we've missed you, man. I'm sorry to hear that, pal. I hope after this obviously things start to look up a little bit for you, and you know that we're always here for you, pal. If you ever just want to chat and talk nonsense about toys and building stuff, we'll always be here, my mate. Justin says, Ben, I was a competitive ice dancer when I was a teen.
Yes!
I had to take dance lessons off ice in order to dance well on ice.
That's incredible.
That's crazy.
I think that's out of my league.
That's amazing.
I think that's out of my league.
Yeah.
That's out of my league.
Yeah, just a touch, mate.
And Sean says, Steve, loving your Dunland board and minis you posted earlier. Thanks, man. I'm really happy it's not finished yet, but I don't want to give away too many spoilers because there's a video of it coming out soon. So we're all caught up on the chat. We've got a couple of things that we want to talk about. One of the things is the teasers and announcements we had from GW last week, but I think first and foremost, and what should take precedence above everything else, is was it yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday we hit 6,000 subscribers. Woo! 6,000 people watch us idiots talk as if we know what we're talking about.
Massive thank you to everyone. The support means
that was amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing because we were talking about it. I think this year has grown massively, wasn't it? I think we were saying, Jay, that about 8 months ago we hit about 4,000. I think it's back in November we hit 5,000, and just to hit 6,000 is amazing.
Yeah.
It's just big thanks to everybody out there that watches videos, that subscribe, that kind of is joined us this evening, that is on the Top Table Gaming Community Facebook page. Just big thanks to everybody. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
really humbling as well.
Spurs is on to keep doing it and keep pumping content out and doing different kinds of videos and different stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the next 1,000. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. So, Jay, do you want to jump into the? What do you want to? Should we talk? Are we talking about? Are we being Middle Earth specific with the teasers, or are we talking in general?
We can talk in general. Everyone, why don't we do it this way? We're going to chat about the Middle Earth ones for a little bit because we know that's what a lot of you will have lots of opinions and want to talk about. But why doesn't everyone in the chat let us know what you thought of the last 2 weeks of reveals? What was cool, what wasn't?
Yeah.
Of course, talking about the Adepticon seminars from GW. And I think we're going to talk about a shiny new book.
Yeah, so I'll flick it up on screen now. So if I just change this and I can get a fancy screen that has the book on it, which is Fandabidozi. So, the Quest for the Ringbearer. This is. I'm a big fan of this. I did not see this coming. Left field, big time for me.
I think anyone who was in any Facebook group to do with anything on Saturday figured out that you were excited about
this. I loved it. As soon as I seen it, my eyes lit up. I just got dead excited. I had to take a quick wee. And then, I just started to. My brain started ticking, and I was just thinking about, what could be in it, and the potential of what could be in it.
Yeah,
is mind blowing.
It's massive.
It's mind blowing. It's all the cool stuff that is the stuff for me that originally got me into the game. So it's your fellowship. It's all the iconic scenes from the movies. Hopefully it's going to have like wraiths in it. We know we're getting new profiles. I won't pop the picture up yet or speak about that yet. We're not getting new profiles. So I've got my fingers crossed that we're going to get Bree folk. Fingers crossed we're going to get Bree folk. What about you guys?
So for those of you who don't know as well, the new book has got 28 scenarios and it effectively follows the path of the Ringbearer and that story arc. In terms of new models, now an interesting thing is Rob Alderman let slip in the first GW live stream, so the week before the reveal for the book, that there are new models coming in both plastic and resin, which means we're going to get some more Forge World, which could be character series. So I think we're definitely going to get a new Lurtz model. Look at him celebrating. I think we're definitely going to get a new Lurtz model, and then my other two kind of.
I'm going to butt in. So I agree with the new Lurtz model.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to get an Ammon Hen character series diorama like we did Azog and Thorin with a new Aragorn model as well. Even though we've just got an Aragorn model, I think we're going to get an Ammon Hen diorama.
But it has to have like what? 4 Ringwraiths, Witch King, Aragorn, 4 Hobbits.
Not Ammon Hen. Yeah, Ammon Hen.
Yeah, Ammon Hen.
Lurtz and Aragorn. You're thinking of Ammon Sul. The Lurtz and Aragorn duel, and then
it'd be wicked if you could have the tree with the shield in.
Yeah, and dead Boromir or something. That would be awesome.
Maybe, but yeah, of course we've got. I think Lurtz is a pretty safe-ish bet, and then the other two, like after thinking about it, like I don't ever think we're going to get new plastic troops or anything. That's my opinion on that matter.
Disagree.
Disagree.
I can disagree.
Disagree with you.
I'd be happily proved wrong on that one, but I think the other two models we might see is a new Grey Hair or new Eagles, and I think a new Shelob.
Okay, what about you, Ben?
What does everyone in the chat think we're going to get?
Yeah, let us know what you think we're going to get. Profiles-wise and model-wise, what do you think we're going to get? Go on, Ben.
I think there's quite a lot of stuff that we could get. I think it would be nice to get what they call the elves that Frodo and Sam meet on the way to Bree. The Exiles with Gildor.
Oh, Noldor.
The Gondolin Exiles.
Noldor in Exiles. Yeah.
Exiles, yeah.
I think they're quite cool because they've sort of got a profile in the book. But Gildor is kind of one that a lot of people have been asking for. So I think obviously he will probably come back as. I don't think it'll be a made to order. I think he'll probably just come back as normal. But I think we might see some Naldrin Exile models. I think that'd be quite cool. There's just so much, isn't there, really, that they could be. I don't think we'll see another Gua here because we've not long had one.
Yeah.
Well, I say not long. It's kind of in the last.
I think
years or so.
you're probably right, actually. Yeah, because we got a character, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the Eagles themselves, the plastic ones aren't that bad. Yeah, I don't necessarily think we'll see that. I'd love to see it. Don't get me wrong. There's just loads of stuff that I think that they could make. You know, we might get a new Gorbag and Shagrat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think because, you know, considering that we've had Snaga and Grishnak as a 2-pack, I think they would definitely make a very cool 2-pack.
We're
going to get.
What's the general consensus between us three now about getting a new fellowship? Be that as a whole, or be that as in separate blisters, or I think there's a strong possibility that I know Jay.
I love it, but I'm not so sure it'll happen.
I think when you release a book called The Quest of the Ringbearer, you're at least going to have a new Ringbearer blister with Gollum, Sam, and Frodo in it.
Yeah.
And so many sculpts of that model, though. Do you think it's really a priority for them to remake when there's so many like 15-year-old bad sculpts?
Didn't stop them with Gandalf, mate.
No, it didn't. Yeah. You're right.
Didn't stop them with Gandalf.
The old Gandalf legit as well.
I would love character series. Well, not even necessarily character series, but I would like Forge World to do them.
Yeah.
I think that there are a lot of old metal sculpts which are good. The plastic one is terrible. It's probably the worst Fellowship set out there. I think the Hobbits are okay, but some of the other poses are pretty grim. Gimli as one just stands out as being appalling, and I just can't believe that that's the only Fellowship set that is currently available. I know that Games Workshop will probably want to make the most of plastic molds and things that are out there already, but
I think though, off that point, I know you don't want to make the most of it. That mold is so old. I mean, and it had a starter set. That was the mold for a starter set. So I think they've had the money's worth of it. I think you release this book, which is telling the story of all the movies, start to finish, all 3 of the movies. Quest of the Ringbearer. It's going to have a heavy focus, obviously, on Frodo, part of the Fellowship. I think we're going to get it. I think it's going to be similar to how they did the 13 Dwarves, where you're not going to get it as one set. So I'm hoping for a diorama with Aragorn and Lurtz in it. You may then get like a Boromir with Merry and Pippin. And then you just split them up. Then like Legolas and Gimli would be a great. Because the profiles tie in and everything now. They've got the special rules, so it would make complete sense. But that's me hoping. I know nothing. I am hoping, but I'd be over the moon with that. New Wraith models, possibly.
What do you think will be the plastic set then? Because obviously Rob did sort of say that we would be getting plastic models. I think
that'll be the heroes, dude. Like I think Lurtz, like Gandalf was and Saruman was. Like I think there'll be like plastic hero boxes, like the 3 Hunters.
I reckon. I reckon that it's going to be a Ring Wraith kit. So
the generic Ring Wraith kit,
the multi-part one.
Multi-part, and you can pose the arms. You put different heads on the cloak, so that actually, because especially if there's a decent legendary legion for them, people will be potentially buying up to 9 of them. And
if they can make that work, if they can make that work, where you could get 9 entirely different poses from one kit, I'd be all over it. I just don't know if that's possible. The kit, the sprue would have to be huge.
I don't think PW have ever done a multi-part kit for Lord of the Rings, right? A proper one.
Troll is Fellbeast.
But we're talking 9 Wraiths. That's more like a Space Marine box kind of thing where there's millions of options, right?
I'm just thinking one.
It'd be great. I'd never say no.
Okay.
So it would just be what you get 1 Wraith in the box. So you're not getting like 9 of them on one sprue. It's just like individual one.
But
building different.
There'd have to be 9 sets of arms, 9 heads, 9 different types of sword or dagger. So I get it, and we had this conversation with Damien on Sunday, and he's like you. He's quite strongly opinionated. Thinks that is a high possibility. I'm just not convinced, and I would love to be wrong about it. I just can't see it. I just can't see how that would work well. How it would work well, especially because they'd have to be better than the metal sculpts that we've already got, and they are beautiful still.
Yeah, they do hold up. Do you know what? I think this is going to be the first book where the releases will truly surprise us as we see them model-wise.
Yeah.
Because we all knew you can see what's coming when they drop, like Skyrim of the Shire or Gondor or Rohan as a.
Well, you say that we didn't know we got 13 new heroes in Skyrim of the Shire, or 14, something.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And that's 14.
But did anybody really predict Scouring of the Shire as the next supplement?
No.
That come completely out of left field.
And that's why I think we're going to get treated with this, because we didn't know Skyrim was coming, and it came, and we got 13, 14 Forge World models from it.
Yeah. Probably only counted 7 full models, but yeah.
So with this, surely they're gonna, surely this is going to take more. What's the word I'm looking for?
It's a center stage. Effort. This stuff, isn't it? It's like
they must have been planning this for ages. This isn't one where like what they do with Skyrim, where they went, right, Jay, you've got 2 weeks to write a book.
So here's a question for you both then. Question for you both. Do you think this year we might see an old plastic kit revisited, like Gondor Warriors, Rohan Warriors?
What, and redone?
Yeah.
I think this could be the start of that. Yeah.
Because don't get me I would love new Gondor Warriors, but I just don't know if it's going to happen.
I think the next, maybe not this one, but I think the next one potentially.
When I said go on.
Last Alliance. If they revisit that, I think that's where we will see the first plastic sculpts revisited.
Yeah,
I think the Last Alliance is going to be a new starter set.
I don't know if it'll be a starter set, but yeah, I think we'll get a load of new stuff.
I don't know if it's iconic enough, because it's a 20-second clip at the beginning of the film, whereas Rohan is,
You know what? That's probably appealing because it's a 20-second clip at the start of the film, but it's so much unexplored space in a game where pretty much everything's got a model right now.
I think the next starter set is when they move back over to the Hobbit and they'll do a Battle of 5 Armies starter set like the Pelennor.
And I think that's going to happen after this book, and then hopefully Last Alliance, and then I think at the end of the year they'll be back on Hobbit.
I don't know. We'll see. But I've just thought as another blister, because we're desperate for a new model for Faramir and Boromir.
Oh, that'd be sick. Oh, we need a new Faramir model.
Faramir and Boromir in a blister.
Yeah.
That'd be mega.
Yeah, that was cool.
Someone mentioned that the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's got to happen, surely." Because can you imagine with the kits they do now, you'd get Ranger Faramir, but with all the options, like with bow and all that. And I don't know how to do the armored one though. Unless you get an armored and a Ranger form in one blister.
Maybe.
Who knows?
But then they've only recently repackaged the Ranger Faramir, haven't they?
Wasn't recently, was it? When was it? That was over a year ago. It's over a year ago.
No.
So I think for next week's live stream, lads, we need to lock Rob Alderman in Steve's man cave and prod him with sticks until he just tells us. That seems to be the only solution, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Should we jump in the chat and see what people are saying?
Do it.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Where were we up to? Oh my god, there's a lot. Oh, sugar. There's a lot. You thought I was going to swear then, didn't you?
I've got it here.
I've got it. Glyn Seymour, my War of the Ring board game arrives. Been reading the rules when I get a minute. Welcome, Glyn. Sorry, pal. We didn't say hello when you came in. Will says, Ruth's in. Hi, Ruth. How you doing?
Hashtag isolation ends.
Yeah, I know. So Frederick says, hoping for a Kirith Ungol Legendary Legion new book. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think we'll definitely.
So do we know how many legions there are going to be? There's 6, right?
6.
I think he said 6.
Let's spitball them once we get through the comments.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have opinion.
Nick Gardner says, I'm excited for the new Faramir's Rangers and hoping the new book gives us Orifin, the third Lothlorien brother.
Cool.
Definitely scope for that. Glenn says, Mammal and Munch make up most of these subs with their many devices. Hello, you two. Glenn comes in and just starts conversations like randomly in the chat, not bothered.
Yeah.
Will says,
You can't chat to people outside of this. You don't have to be in like one of our live stream chats to chat to people.
Will says, controversially, I wasn't bothered about AIMA model, but that book is exciting. The AIMA model is gorgeous. I can't wait to get hold of that.
I don't think we've talked about that really, have we?
Not really, no. I'm going to need 2 of those because I'm going to. Magnets.
We'll
get 2.
Should we talk about the new models after we've gone through this?
Yeah, I'll fly through these chats. I'll fly through these comments, see what people are suggesting. We can chat about it. Sean's super excited. Frederick says, would mean my fun list might get slightly more competitive. Justin says, I'm hoping for a Black Gate Legendary Legion. Yes, brother. From when Frodo, Sam and Gollum tried to enter with orcs and Easterlings being paired together. Yeah, and there could be some sort
of for evil.
There could be some sort of special rule there where like Sam and Frodo are part of that list, but have like a negative effect on certain things, like Gollum does or Grima. Justin's very excited for new Aimer. He's a Rohan player, big Rohan player. Nick says left field hope would be a Glorfindel character series.
That'd be sick because we need a mounted one as well. That'd be class.
Yep, because they could do that. If they do it in these books, they always seem to do like an appendices couple of missions, and if they do it properly, like the books in the appendices, they'll replace Arwen with Glorfindel.
Yeah.
What I was thinking as well. Now the model doesn't quite fit, but I was thinking about, like you say, they always go not quite. It'd be good if they did like pre the ring leaving the Shire, like the Hunt for Gollum, and they could give us that Thorongil model. Because that'd just be a great excuse, right?
Yeah. That's a cool model. I'd be all over that, definitely. Sons of Gondor, I'm curious how much they'll mirror the old journey books, considering much of the Return of the King and Two Towers have been covered in Gondor at War and in Rohan. Well, it is, but this is Frodo's journey. This is the journey of the ring. This isn't like the battles in the movies. This is going to be the scenes that Frodo's in, and Sam and Gollum. I think you'll get like, do you know what you could get? Talking about appendices, a Smeagol.
What's that?
A Smeagol and Deagle.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Called it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, called it, mate. You were talking about getting a whole new starter set for a 20-second past clip at the beginning of the film.
Watch this space.
Let's have a look. Will says, as I said in the blog, Cirith Ungol Legendary Legion and an Asciliath Legendary Legion will be in the book. Yeah, I think so. Highly agree. Sons of Gondor, own the Fellowship Journey book. Most of the scenarios are great. They're fantastic, them books. They're great. And Justin says, I would love to see a new Gandalf versus Ring Race on Weathertop character series. Yeah, new Gandalf the Grey. See, this is the thing. Look how many Gandalfs there is. If a new Gandalf the Grey come out, I'd still get it.
Yeah.
If anything came out, you'd get it.
That's very true. Ian Whitehouse, I'm still finding my way in the game and loving it, to be fair. Yeah, me and Ian have had a game. But the thought of narrative play like this is the jackpot for me. Super excited. It's the best way to play. I love playing the game in general, so I'll play whatever. If you want to have a match play, that's mostly what I play because that's mostly what people play. But narrative scenarios for me are the most fun I've had, definitely.
28 scenarios, right?
28 scenarios. Do you want to jump in there, Jay, at Nicholas Gardner?
Yeah, can do. Where are we up to? Sons of Gondor. Oh, no, hang on.
Nicholas Gardner after Ian Whitehouse.
Yeah, got it. New Plastic Fellowship seems a given. We're all divided on that one. Don't get me wrong, if it came out, I would be super happy. But
yeah.
We'll see. James Miniature Space says new Moria goblins seem sensible for me. Very old school.
I would be very happy about that, just for the simple fact that I know Damien O'Byrne just painted 50 of the old ones.
Further down in the comments, he's probably tuned in because whenever you insult him, he's usually just logged on. You know what? I think that is the most needed plastic kit if they were going to revisit.
Do you reckon? I don't mind them. at all.
It's them and the Wood Elves for me that I think are a bit ropey.
It's the Men and Numenor are terrible.
Yeah, because they're tiny, aren't they?
Yeah, terrible.
They are.
They're terrible.
So we got Sons of Gondor 1, Lurtz Legendary Legion, Lorien Scouts, all Wood Elves and Heldir, and as Ben says, Watchers of the Road with Gildor, Glorfindel, Bilbo, and Noldur in Exiles. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And looking forward to a made-to-order Gildor, if not normal. Yeah,
I think he'll come back. I think he'll come back. There's so many demands and requests for him. Like, I'd say that probably he's the one that most people are currently after. If you ask people what they want to see as a made to order, I think that he's probably high on a lot of people's lists.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Glenn Seymour, the 28th scenario is what I'm looking forward to. Legendary Legion new models can take a backseat. That's cool, man. This book has definitely got something for everyone. Yeah. Will is pointing out we've just had the Gorbag and Shagrat. Stephen Tennyson, I really want a fancy Forge World.
No, we haven't had Gorbag and Shagrat. He's just retracted his message as well. We had Snaga and Grishnak. We haven't had Gorbag and Shagrat. We've got there's the old metal ones.
Yeah, got the old ones.
Yeah, they're really, really old.
Can't hide your messages from us, Pintar. We're watching you.
Yeah.
James Miniature Space, a couple of years ago, I would have expected half of what you are suggesting, but there is so much stuff that is being refreshed that isn't necessary. I reckon there will be loads. I mean, we'd all love for him to just splurge and give us all sorts.
I love unnecessary stuff, man. I love it. I'm not one of them people who goes, "Oh, why have we got that? We really need this." Like, I'm like, yeah, great. I'll have that, and I'll wait a little bit longer for that. Whatever.
Agree with you.
Glenn Seymour, I'm thinking the Moria Goblins need new plastic kit. I agree with you there, buddy. Stephen Tennyson, Sam better be wielding a saucepan. I think it'd be criminal if they did a new Sam and he wasn't.
Yeah.
Or if they didn't give it a hand option.
Yeah.
I think the internet would explode. Sons of Gondor.
Jay loves the hand
want
option.
Bill the Pony in the sets. Yes, we do.
Bill the Pony, yeah. I think he'll definitely come back. I think that kit was just I don't think he's absolutely necessary to a fellowship list, but he's a really nice to have. And the Sam model of him feeding a carrot to him as well was just really cute. So that's one that if it comes back on made to order, I will absolutely be picking that up.
Yeah, 100%. Pat Gaunt, I'd like a Moria Legendary Legion or two. I think it'd be insane for us to not get at least one.
There'll definitely be.
The thing is, there's only 6, right? And am I right in saying there's only 6 Legendary Legions?
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's assume
let me check in my notes. Let me check in my
I think
notes.
one of them could be assumed to be Moria, right? I think that'd be a fair bet.
Yeah.
Yes, Moria.
But I think it would have to be. You have to include the Balrog. I suppose you could split it into two. You either have to include a cave troll or you have to include the Balrog. I think the Balrog would probably be because obviously he's just the Balrog, so he's massive. So I think him and just a load of goblins. So there's no other shenanigans. There's no bat swarms. There's no
6 legendary legions.
Yeah. So I think they will kind of keep it very movie canon rather than being, just adding extra stuff in, which I think they've done.
Yeah.
A really good job of in the previous source books that have come out. But I think there would have to be some sort of really cool rules to compensate for that. I don't quite know how they do it because the Balrog is already an absolute machine.
Sam Page in the chat tonight knows all about that.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. I remember watching that and Steve was just there laughing the entire way through that battle report.
We were trying to edit out me howling in the background as well. That was one of the funniest games to watch. Sorry, Sam, but your pain was highly amusing to me. We've got Justin who says, a new fellowship in a nice big box of plastics where you can customize them with war gear and the various options they get throughout the journey. That would be insane.
Imagine that.
But I think that's definitely probably just out of reach, but whoa, that'd be good. Warwick Griggs says, new fellowship is a must. Those plastics are awful compared to the new models. I agree. And does someone want to take over from Green Tree?
Do you want to go, Ben? Green Tree?
Yeah, so Green Tree says new mounted ring rates for me. Absolutely, I've already said that one. I definitely think that we will see those.
There's 3 existing metal mounted poses, right?
There's 3, but they can be mixed and matched, and you can move the arms, so you could make 9 poses with them.
They're not too dissimilar, though, are they?
No, I think and there was the Witch King one as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one rearing horse. It's a nice
Like
boat,
the rearing up horse, yeah. So yeah, he's cool as well. I think I've got him somewhere. I'll have to have a look for him later. James Midgespace, only thing I can see is new race. I mean, how many times can you resculpt the Wraith? I think just with the new ways of casting things, because obviously the Wraiths are currently available in resin, but they were from metal molds originally. But how old are they now? They're getting on for 20 years now, aren't they?
From the beginning,
Or some of them are. So, technology has moved on so much, and I think there's going to be so much more that you can do with them now that they couldn't do back then. Yeah, I do think we will get some new race. Stevenson Tennyson says +1 for Bill the Pony. I want a multi-part Bill the Pony. What were the options that you'd give him? What do you reckon?
Frodo, Sam, Merry, Pippin.
Frying pan.
Backpack, sleeping roll.
Yeah.
Breakfast,
Yeah,
second breakfast.
Sting.
All the options there for Bill the Pony. Steven Tennyson also says Bombadil mounted on Fatty Lumpkin. That's one that we've not thought about. Is Tom Bombadil and Goldberry?
I hope not.
Do you think?
I hope not as well.
I don't think we'll get a new model, but do you think we'll get a scenario?
If they can make it,
it's not in the movie, is it? I know that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I don't think so.
And you know what? It happens. Oh no, he is the Ringbearer at that point. I was going to say it's not after Council of Elrond, but yeah, I think we'll potentially get, because that scenario has not been revisited for a long time. And I know we say that it's not in the movies, but it's a chapter that a lot of people hold dear, and a lot of people have got a lot of time for Tom Bombadil. Personally, I haven't.
No,
too much singing. Him.
It's a bit odd. I wouldn't want a new miniature because a new miniature.
I wouldn't want a new miniature for it
because nobody uses it at events.
No.
It's banned most of the time, so it'd be a bit of a waste, to be honest.
Yeah,
waste of a mini.
Pat Gaunt says new goblins would definitely be welcome. Yep, definitely. Steve Bonner says second age plastics.
I like
that. Yeah, I definitely think that's when I did a bit of a prediction a few weeks ago, that's one thing that I thought that this scenario, this book was going to be Last Alliance. But yeah, second age plastics is something that I would absolutely love to see. And he says more news on the 18th from Games Workshop. So I think we might get another little sneak preview of what's to come there. Hopefully,
yeah. What's really interesting is they've done the 2 live streams, and then at the end of the second one, they confirmed that both of those were only half of what they were going to reveal at Adepticon.
Yeah.
So I think we've definitely been weighted probably more than 50% in Middle Earth, but you could imagine we've got that much info to come again.
Yeah. I think we'll just get a couple more pictures of things. Maybe a look at a scenario page and maybe another couple of miniatures to look at.
Yeah, because everybody was obviously expecting to see Aomer, and then everyone was like, "Oh, we won't get anything now in this next."
I know, right?
I didn't. I knew we were.
No, I didn't. I thought we were definitely going to. Yeah, I think it's kind of proved a lot of the naysayers wrong.
We keep proving these naysayers wrong. We're always proving these naysayers wrong.
Yeah. Quincy says, along with New York and High Elves, they are the oldest kits. Yeah, they are. So we're talking about things that need a resculpt there. Warwick Grigg says, what about plastic hero kits? For example, Amon-Hen, Boromir, and Ranger Faramir, then an option to buy just the Fellowship heroes together as a box. Same sculpt, just different buying options.
Maybe.
Potentially. I think it's going to be quite a difficult one because they're, the Fellowship, there's so many options and things that go along with them. It's going to be difficult to make a kit that kind of ticks all those boxes. So that's why I think they will be in different parts.
I don't think we'll get a whole Fellowship kit.
No.
It'll have to cost like 120 quid or something. Like, I just don't think we'd get it. I think we're going to get it in bits.
Yeah. But Warwick says, would let them use the new Gimli and Legolas from Three Hunters and make an Aragorn without Anduril. Possibly. Green Tree says, what new scenario do you think we could get?
Amon-Hen.
Amon-Hen.
New Moria. The thing is, GW will always release terrain that everyone can use. Moria's quite niche down, isn't it, in terms of what mat you'd play on or what board you'd put? Because in
pillars.
terms of Mori, what can they do? They can release rubble and the pillars,
It's
right?
pillars, doorways, bits of wall section, stuff like that you get for Age of Sigmar. To be honest, it'd look awesome.
I think Am and Hen's probably the shout, right?
Am and Hen. There's so many third-party Am and Hens. It makes sense for GW to corner that market off for Am and Hens.
But I think you'd only ever buy one Am and Hen, whereas with the Rohan houses you buy 6. Yeah. And same with Lake Town houses as well. You know, God knows how many you'd buy really.
Whereas I think Rivendell stuff.
They make it. Do you remember when the game? Rivendell when the game first came out, you had Middle Earth ruins. They make a Middle Earth ruin set that you can make Am and Hen the CNC from, but you don't have to. You can separate parts can. You know, just like
that'd be cool.
That'd be the best way to do it, and I think they've got the technology to do it now.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Who knows?
Potentially. Stephen Tennyson says, Smeagol and Deagle, that's wild speculation right there. I'd just love to have those 2 models.
Yeah, that's what I do, brother. I throw it out
those 2 on a boat.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Where are we up to?
Benjamin G.
Well, silly question, but I'm new to SPG. Will the introduction of this quest book make the old rules manual irrelevant? No, it won't. So this is just a supplement to add to it. So there will be a few new rules in there. There'll be a few kind of army tweaks. There'll be a few new profiles. But mostly it's just going to be new scenarios and stuff for it. So
a new version, yeah.
Yeah, the rules will stay exactly the same. Steve, do you want to jump in?
Yes. Guys says, good evening all. How you doing, pal?
Hello. I just want to point out that Ben clearly handed over there to Dodge pronouncing that.
Yeah, definitely. I always get guys' name wrong.
Justin says, Fellowship after War of the Ring. We got the Hobbits through the Skyrim, but Gimli as Lord of the Glittering Caves and Legolas and Athelian Elves would be awesome. Yes, it would. Bruno says definitely need a new Shelob model.
My money's on Shelob, I reckon. I reckon that's a good shout.
What could they do that's different than the metal one, though?
Make it buildable.
Do you think you make it bigger? Make it bigger?
The legs are really spindly, and a lot of it's just flat and has no character, really. It's the paint job
makes it. I quite like it. Nick Gardner says, build a pony character series and a scenario about his quest from Moria back to Rivendell. Now, there's a shout.
Yes.
That's a whole new source book on its own, brother.
Yeah.
James
James
Miniature Space says, you've got to remember the first ever box was Moria Goblins and Last Alliance. They are old sculpts. I like the Goblins, desperately want high elves, but don't expect them in this supplement. I don't think we'll get new high elves in this supplement, because, we just won't. Moria Goblins is a possibility, I think. Or maybe a couple of Moria. Not that we need them, because there's plenty. You might just get a couple of Moria. Maybe a Moria Elites or a couple of Moria Heroes redone, I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But they're all a bit... I'd say that they're all a bit kind of nameless and faceless in there, though, aren't they? It's a little bit like what they did with maybe, they might say that actually you can take the Balrog, but actually you can't have any of the heroes because all the goblins are subservient to him or something.
I think the Legion will be that you don't need heroes; it'll just be Balrog and drummers and bodies.
Yeah.
Because
that's kind of what they did, wasn't it? Really, there was no named heroes for the Assault upon Helm's Deep Legendary Legion. So potentially they might follow suit with something like that, because obviously the Balrog is expensive as it is. So adding on top of that, and I know they're only 40 points I think for Goblin Captain, but it's extra points that you're beating into your horde. So yeah,
that'll be
essential.
That'll be an immense horde of goblins, won't it?
It will, but
what's the Balrog? 250.
Might
be no, he's more than that.
No,
he's more than that. Is he 4?
I thought he was quite a lot, and then he come down, didn't he?
I think he's 400, mate.
I think he's quite a lot.
I can't be looking at the book. Glenn's in. Glenn will tell us in a minute. The James Miniature Space. Oh yeah, I read that one. Justin says is agreeing with Nick. Will Pintar not had new gore bag and Shagrat skulls, but we had just had them reprinted after being OOP. Why 3 months after they reprint would they do a new one? They won't, because we're seeing this book now. We won't see this book till around time of scouring the chest.
You've got to bear in mind as well, they brought Gandalf the Grey. He got a new model after bringing his old one out of production.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you've got to look at kind of the patterns of the releases. It looks to me like for the armies that were in the original starter set, your Rohan and your Mordor, they're revisiting all the heroes and all that sort of stuff. So it'd make sense that they got a new sculpt.
Yeah. I agree. Plus, maybe they might have known then that this was coming out and they were going to redo them, but thought people are not going to want to wait another 12 months. For these. So we need to reissue these now so people can use them now, and then we'll do nice new models and people will want the nice new models. We don't know. Rattel Mike, evening chaps. I'm yet to obtain the new War in Rohan book. Sacrilege, I know. One question: do the profiles stay the same as in the first book I got, which was Armies of Lord of the Rings, specifically Rohan? So in War of Rohan, they don't reprint every profile. They'll only print the profiles that are additions to that list.
It's new profiles.
So new profiles which you add on. So what you've got is still relevant, and what's in War of the Ring is new profiles that are not in that. Have I explained that? It makes sense in my head what I just said. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No. So all the books that come out after the original rules and the armies books are supplements, so they're add-ons. It's very rare they'll errata change anything existing. You go to your armies books for that, but if you have one of the armies that's featured in this book, there's probably something new on top in there.
Yeah.
That's the best way to look at it.
Yeah, it's just like a bolt. It's a bolt onto what you've already got.
Right.
Frederick says, posted some pictures of my Uruks. Awesome. I'll have a look at those in a second. Will Pintar at Benjamin G. No, mate. It's more. Oh, he's just explaining what we did. Yeah. Will Gardner. It would make sense for Tom Bombadil versus Old Man Willow scenario. It's what he's made for. That's true. That someone did mention that on Sunday as well. That is true. That could be like one of those little niche things. I just don't know if they'll make a new. I can't see why you'd make a new model for.
I don't think they'll make a new model.
No, I don't think they'll make for a model that never gets used other than one scenario in one scenario book.
Yeah,
I just can't.
And he's not going to appeal to everybody either, is he?
No, I can't see. I might be wrong, but I can't see it. He might come as a bolt on in a blister with something else. Maybe, I don't know. Benjamin G. He's just responding to Will. Scroll down. Lots of chat. Keep it coming, guys. We're busy in the chat, which is nice. Carl Daly, do you think we will see new Asciliath terrain to go alongside the old ones that have gone away? That is not a terrible shout. But I can't see them having both sets on sale at the same time.
You can't see them.
No.
The reason I think we will is the Asciliath Ruin is a very smart set because you can stick it on an AOS table and it looks great, and you can arguably hide bits of it in a 40k table and it doesn't look stupid. It's a very flexible set, and anything they can design that can be used in basically more than one game or widespread across everything is good. So maybe not. It might not be called like Asciliath Ruins 2, but I think you might see something that looks very similar that you could mix and match with.
Yeah. Steve Bonner, Ammerhen Stone Guardians would be great. With CNC, Boat, Dock and Rivers, yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes. They'd have to be huge, though. In White House, tried to glue Shelob together the other night, gave up in pure frustration. What is going on with that model? Do you know what? My Shelob is not even pinned. I super glued it. And I didn't have any problems with it whatsoever. And it's the metal one as well. But I do use industrial strength super glue. So super glue and activator is your winner. Don't stand there for 10 minutes holding things together. Get some activator and not the action one. Get the air.
Do you not find joints that are done with activators dead weak though?
No.
Brittle. I do.
No.
It's just...
Do you file them first to give it a rough edge?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you give it a rough edge, it'll be fine. If you just glue it without washing the model or anything, you've got the release agent from the mold on it. If it's very smooth, it won't glue properly. Like roughen up the edge before you do it, and it's fine. Or even put a little bit of green stuff on with the super glue. Every day's a school day. Every day's a school.
Mm-hmm.
James's Miniature Space, nameless and faceless, quoting Galadriel there, Ben.
Yeah, always. Always. That was definitely intentional.
Balrog is 350.
Yeah.
6 Legendary Legion. Hang on. Steve Bonar says 6 Legendary Legion Fellowship, Dark Riders, Goldor Exiles, Dead Marsh Spectres. Can't see that one.
No.
Second Age Last Alliance. I think Dead Marsh Spectres. There's not enough in it.
Yeah, they'd just be Dead Marsh Spectres.
Yeah. Rattel Mike. Sorry, go on, mate.
I was going to say, I just don't. To fill up an army, you need a lot of Dead Marsh Spectres.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Rattel Mike says, perfect sense. Thanks, chaps. So the new AMS stays the same as armies of the Lords of... Yes,
he does.
He does. It's just the new model. Matt says, with them redoing some Rangers, does that mean they're going to revisit Ascilia for scenery and maybe Mummock and Haradrim, maybe?
Nah. Maybe the scenery, not the...
I think with things like the Haradrim and the Mummock and stuff, I think, and it was almost like not a concern, I guess, but something that I was a bit worried that Games Workshop might do is just like throw everything at us straight away, and we get all the cool stuff and things. But I think Harad could almost be its own supplement, and it's the same with Moria as well. I think Moria could be its own supplement.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of places in the book that the Fellowship kind of visit that could be their own books and have their own kind of, as I say, supplements built around them.
Moria would have more stories to tell as a like Goblin Durance Folk expansion.
Yeah, definitely.
Than here. Definitely. It's just going to pretty much we're going to touch on so much in this book that that's not going to stop other things happening. Like I think we are going to get a Haradrim or Eastern Kingdoms source book. As far as the Mummock goes, I think that there's opportunity there for a upgrade kit for weapons, tusk weapons and stuff. But I don't think we'll get a new Mummock. I don't think we'll get new Haradrim. There's nothing wrong with the models. They're all right. The ones you painted the other day look awesome.
Yeah, they're good, man.
Where are we? Justin, just sent you a whip of my Riders of Rohan so far. Cool. I'll have a look in a minute. Unfortunately, because of the way we're doing this, it's not like the normal streams where the program that we use that can drag things in and out. This is very new, and I don't really know what I'm doing, if I'm honest. So I'm not going to mess up. Yeah, I'm not going to mess about with it and start trying to put images on the screen and everything. To get us three on here talking, you be able to hear us how you can hear us. Is as far as my knowledge goes with this. I don't want to mess about with that. So I can get the images so the book image that you can see, it was preloaded before we started streaming, and I've got one other image which is preloaded, but I don't want to start dragging images in live and mess the stream up if that makes sense. But still, guys, still post in the Facebook group because I would love to check out what you're working on as we're chatting after the stream. Steve says, still waiting for the Rick Mail Tom Bombadil sculpt. Skull Munch says, won't the Ascilia ruins look small in AOS? It's the height of a Stormcast Eternal.
Yeah, you know what? I've used them for it. I think you can get away with a bit in terrain as well, and plus Stormcast is supposed to be like 10 foot tall anyway.
Yeah, they are. You always forget that Space Marines are the same. Right. Space Marines are the same, aren't they? Like you kind of assume that that's a man-sized model. Space Marines are supposed to be like twice the size of a normal man, aren't
they? Exactly. Yeah.
Nicholas Gardner, I don't think Fellowship will be as a legendary legion as the army itself is basically a legend. Yeah, because I said that was my first thing.
Got army bonus. That's it. Right?
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said, oh yeah, there'll be a Fellowship legendary legion. When Damien went, well, it's already its own kind. It's already kind of a legendary legion.
The only way they could do it is if the legendary legion is from a certain part and it's very specific about war gear.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way they could do it, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, no. Sons of Gondor says Baradawn's Legendary Legion with an Uber Barry White that has my fate and can channel. Never say never. They've shocked us before.
Yeah.
Men of the East supplement is going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be cool.
I think they'll redo Fallen Kingdoms and just put like Easterlings, Harad, Mahud, because they've pulled like I do think. Like, we think Last Alliance is next, but given that they pulled the Mahud range and stuff, it tells me it's coming back.
Yeah.
I think it might be next year now due to COVID-19 and stuff, but I do think it was kind of like this book I didn't see coming, but in my head it was Last Alliance and then Eastern Kingdom stuff because of the products that they've taken off the site. So I do think we're going to see that sort of book, kind of like the Blue Book, but probably without the Isengard stuff because they've been covered elsewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Rattel Mike says, do you think GW has covered a lot of the good side, both in miniatures and scenery, perhaps Isengard scenery?
We don't really see what any of the evil stuff looks like because they're all like
the Isengard stuff would be it'd be the scaffold, wouldn't it? You know, around Orthanc, the scaffold stuff, the mining stuff, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's quite specific to one scene.
It'd be cool if they did some like orc huts, like just some evil like huts and like you say, I don't know, maybe it'd be cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think the good side is easier because a lot of the iconic scenes from the Lord of the Rings happen in Rohan and Gondor and Escath and the Shire. Those are the kind of things to build out on, right?
Yeah. Nicholas Gardner, if there's a Fellowship Legendary Legion, it would have to be post Gandalf's death, and that's such a narrow time where only Aman-Hen occurred. We're getting an Aman-Hen set. I don't care what anyone says. We'll get what anyone says. Right. Okay. So. Oh, hang on, it's just jumped, so have I missed loads of stuff here?
No, that's it, you're up to date, I think.
Am I? All right, okay, cool. So I'll change the picture. We'll have a quick chat about the two new Ranger captains, which we've got.
I forgot about them.
Can anyone remember the name? I did have it somewhere.
No.
Yeah, I've got names.
Mablung,
Angbor and Mablung or something. Yeah. Whatever the names are, but the miniatures themselves look beautiful.
Gorgeous models, aren't they? Like they've managed to really take the Ranger of Middle Earth theme, like make it look like such a detailed modern sculpt, and just when I saw them, I was like, those are some cool models.
They are cool. They're very cool. I like the fact you've got quite a dynamic pose and then like a sort of a stationary pose. That's quite nice. I think these are going to be like minor heroes. They're going to have like freaky little rules. They're going to be maybe one of them might have 3 might, one will have 2 might. There'll be like 1 will, 1 fate, but with like a unique special rule each.
What sort of weird special rules do you get? Something like a free heroic shoot or something? What do you reckon? Like a bubble of reroll hits, or I don't know what. I'm asking you guys in the chat as well. These two new Ranger promos. What sort of rules do you see them coming with?
I think, we've got to be quite, if you think about what we've seen before with kind of minor characters and minor, so we've had like Alor, we see an awful lot of them, but what we do see of them, I think they are represented well in the rules. So I think we need to have a think about what do we see those 2 new Rangers doing in the films that can apply then to the tabletop. Does that make sense?
Not really, because your internet went all gobbledygook.
Yeah. You went all.
We lost you a second.
Have you got anything else running on your screen now, or just this? If you've got anything else.
This.
All right. Okay. If you've got any, I was going to say, if you've got anything else running, close it down, because you were fine for ages, and then just as you started talking, then it was like.
Exactly the same.
I wonder whether Anborn and Mablung will have some kind of.
He's gone. He'll be back in a minute. Ben will be back in a minute.
I wonder if they'll have just to try and mix up the way things work. Like you think about what they do and where they're from. Whether they'll have some sort of ambush rule which messes with deployment, or maybe it lets them deploy in a terrain feature like Goblin mercenaries and stuff.
Yes,
that could be quite cool.
Yeah, I think it will be a take on possibly some of the new style minor hero.
And Nicholas Gardner's just said the same thing as well.
Yeah, it will be something like that, like an ambush rule, or like the goblins have. Yeah, like the goblins have, where they can appear in a terrain piece on the board, not necessarily at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good shout, and I think one of them will buff the shooting because Rangers are quite mediocre at shooting. Let's be honest.
They'll get to shoot first or something like that, irrelevantly of priority and all that.
So I think one of them will be very shooting based and the other one will be somewhat about ambushing, whether that's messing with the roll when you do Maelstrom or Battle, or whether it is like deploying a terrain feature or something cool like that. And I really like it when they push new stuff. Or do you know what'd be really cool as well? If they do something like traps, like they did with the Hobbits.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be well cool. I love trap markers and stuff. I think it adds a lot to the game.
Yeah.
Interesting as well, I've just noticed in the chat, Steve Bonnar says that Mablung is Damrod's brother.
Yes, I did read that myself. I think it was today I read that somewhere, which is quite cool.
So they're going to come. So do you think they're going to come out just the two of them in a blister, or do you reckon we might get a cheeky new Faramir in there as a 3?
I think that's a blister. The fact that they're pictured together, that'll be the image that'll be on the.
The new side. Plastics tend to come in the little boxes, right? And when it's foot models, it's usually 3, like the 3 hunters. If there's a mountain model in there, it's usually 2, like Gandalf and Hobbit and Saruman and Grima. But I think because it's 2 foot models, I reckon there's a 3rd, and I reckon Faramir Ranger, a new one, might be popping in there.
Yeah.
That's my thought. What do you guys in the chat think?
Ben's popping in now.
Let's have a look. Nicholas Gardner says maybe within 3 or 6 inches of X get the Stalk Unseen rule. That'd be cool. That's a rule I always forget. That'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of scope with it, and the interesting thing is these could have none of us thought we'd see the new Rohan models we got, and some of the special rules they got were really cool, like the dude who always shoots first, or the one that just Aragorn into a T-1000 Terminator. So they're definitely experimenting with new stuff, which is cool. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with it. Justin, he said, I think they'll have special rules that will give them boosts when they're within certain distance of Frodo and Sam. That's another interesting thing you can do with rules as well, like do it within range of others like Bard and the kids and stuff. Given the fact they were charged to bodyguard them by Faramir. So that's who those 2 are then. Those are the 2 that were guarding Frodo.
Yeah, they're named in the book, and they are in the movies, but they're never named. You never know who they are, if you know what I mean. But
I think you'll 100% see a scenario with them specific models in there. That's a given.
Oh yeah.
Have to bodyguard him.
I think I think there was also talk about. Hello, I'm back. I think there was talk that we're going to be part of the Legendary Legion as well. So potentially they can, in my mind, they can potentially only be included if Sam and Frodo are included as well.
Yeah.
Then it pushes the point.
Or Gollum.
Maybe, but I think at the moment we know that a Rangers of Ithilien list kind of dominates at low points levels.
Yeah.
I think just by adding them in as well, lead under 12 troops is going to be a little bit overpowered. So I think they'd have to include Sam and Frodo, which is a big point sink. I think they're what's Frodo is about 60 points from off the top of my head. Sam's about 25, 30 points. You've also got like 100 point attack. But if you want to include them, maybe you have to include Sam and Frodo as part of the Legendary Legion as well.
Yeah.
That's just something that maybe might be a consideration.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. But I think it's safe to say across the board that they are amazing sculpts, and look forward to hopefully seeing them soon. But I do think that there's going to be a 3rd model. Just looking at the pattern of releases and what comes in these small boxes of plastic models, if they are plastic,
I think they're Forge World then.
I think Faramir.
They're Forge
World.
They're Forge World, those.
Oh, okay. If they're Forge World, then
they're 100% Forge World.
You're talking nonsense, Jay.
That's a twin pack there, 100%. Yeah, I think. But yeah, they're Forge World. I'm fairly sure that question might have been asked, and it was answered. I couldn't tell you who or when, but I'm fairly sure. I don't know why I'm confident that they're resin. I wouldn't be confident unless I heard it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. I think either Rob or someone else commented on one of the threads in the GVHL.
No, that's fair.
And they're Forge World. But they're great. I'll definitely be picking them up. The fact, it just, again, that's 2 miniatures that nobody expected. Like, if they wouldn't have shown us their miniatures now, we were having this conversation, none of us would have said we're going to get some more named heroes for Rangers or Gondor.
I think, in my mind, I think they potentially designed these as part of Gondor at War, and then they thought, actually, do you know what, they'd probably fit in really well with this supplement.
Yeah.
So maybe they kind of just shifted them back, into this supplement rather than something that came out previously.
Yeah, could do. Yeah.
It's like splitting the Dunland away from Isengard as well. Like,
yeah,
probably done these huge things, and then they sit and split it as they see fit at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is a very exciting Middle-earth release, and it looks like we've got about 15 minutes left. So do we open up the chat to ask us anything and see what crazy stuff they want to throw at us?
Yeah, so guys in the chat, we'll jump in the chat now, Jay, I'll let you lead it, but if you are in the chat now and there's something that you specifically want to talk about, or there's something that you think that we might be wrong about, or we might be right about, or something we've not mentioned that you might think, get it in the chat now. We'll pick up on it, and we can have a little chat about it. So do you want to jump in, Jay?
Yeah, I did cover a lot of it while Ben was gone, just about people's thoughts about special rules. Steve Bonner, increase the amount of ranger-only warbands would be great, even if they're only minor heroes, to get a few rangers in ambush. Yeah, as I said, I don't know if you caught it, Ben, I think these two new heroes, one of them will be improve the shooting of rangers, the other one will be some sort of ambush model, so whether it messes with Maelstrom or lets you deploy in terrain like a Merc, those seem to be kind of the general consensuses. Guerrilla Warfare 64. Hello, by the way. If you're new, do let us know where you're from, what games you play, and how you found us. He's saying Glorfindel on horseback to carry Frodo. That'd be cool.
That's Arwen. That's plastic Arwen with a removable Frodo, same as the Gandalf and Eowyn we're going to get. That's a given, I think. I'd literally put Ben's model collection on that.
I'll put Ben's on it as well. Something on no one says 60 to 85 for Frodo and 40 to 45 for Sam, referring to the points from earlier. I am glad we don't talk in Moria Goblins here. That used to always confuse me. Anyway, Steve Bonner says, what colour boxers are you lads wearing?
White.
I ain't wearing any, my friend.
White with a grey trim.
Purple and grey.
And I am going full commando. What forces
Jay's not got any trousers on.
Yeah, I'm not standing up. If I stand up, we're going to get a warning strike off YouTube.
We're getting an eyeful.
It's all right, mate. That camera doesn't zoom in.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Steve Bonner, what forces are you guys planning next? So my next forces, I've got 3 options, and I am going to let you guys decide. So if you check out my hobby vlog, which should be up over the weekend, you'll be able to pick which of the new stuff or stuff that during isolation I've dug out of boxes and prioritised I work on next. So you guys are going to pick what I'm going to be working on next. What about you two?
Oh, I've got so much.
You're commission painting, my man.
Yeah, I've been commission painting. I'm gonna touch on my defense of Helm's Deep Legendary Legion, because I started painting. I always forget the names. What is it? Haldor and what's his name?
Haleth and Aldor.
Haleth and Aldor, that's the one. I've started painting them. I've also started painting. I've undercoated and base coated Haldir and some Haldir's elves. So realistically, I just need to paint up some Rohan on foot, which I've got, but I want to paint them. I'm basically gonna take some of the Rohan on foot that I've got, and I'm gonna repaint them, because the ones that I've got I painted a long time ago. So I want them to. They look very average, and I want them to look a lot better. So that definitely. But there's loads of stuff to do. I've got loads of stuff. Mainly board building, to be honest, rather than painting armies in the next few months, because of scouring. I want some new boards for scouring. So, do you know what? That's something we can touch on before we go as well. Sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out.
Woo-hoo!
Sold out. 90 places sold.
Scouring
out.
is going to be great fun.
It's going to be immense. The goodie bags are looking good. Looking good.
Yeah, they are.
People are excited about them. Yeah, they're cool. The cool stuff.
Right, what about you, Ben? What are you going to be working on next?
So I'm still working through Rohan at the moment. As I said, did some conversions of some Warriors of Rohan. I started getting some base colours down on my first little half warband. I think I'm going to try and get 18 done, but they're just a bit of a slog. So I've broken them down into groups of 6, and I'm going to try and break them up with a bit of a hero in between. Once Rohan's done, I think it's going to be Dunland. Following in.
We need Dunland for September. Is it September?
Well, we can't possibly say what we need them for, though, can we?
Is it September though?
I think it might have been June.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry on because
Are we taking them? Are we taking? Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll carry on because Steve's digging a hole. Justin says, what list do you think I should take to Scouring? Theodred's Guard, Sons of Aor, or Aomer as King of Rohan Deep? I'd say Aomer King of Rohan.
I've answered this before, all three, but make your mind up the night before.
Isn't he coming from... Yeah, but he's coming from America.
Yeah, he's going to send you a load of stuff, isn't he? He's sending you a load of stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Whichever one you enjoy playing with the most, mate, would be my suggestion. Flint 0204. Now, Flint, I was reading this a minute ago. He's pointed out something massive we didn't talk about.
Yes, we didn't talk about this.
I saw you late joining. You might have already talked about this, but what about fantasy fellowships?
Oh, yeah.
How did we not talk about that? Who are your top picks for heroes? So, fantasy fellowships is mega cool, and I think we're going to do it as like pools. So, there'll be pools, and you have to take 2 from this pool. Points are still relevant, but you have to take a set amount from each pool, so you can't just like meta-game it with every hero. But I think your
Hobbit choices are blown right up now, aren't they? There's so many.
Yeah, like there's the obvious ones, like they hinted at what about if you take Saruman rather than Gandalf? That was in the article. Obvious ones could be like Elrond joining the party, or Galadriel, or Haldir, or Celeborn. Like there's loads, isn't there? And I've got no idea how they're going to do it. But that's probably the bit of the book I'm most excited about, actually.
Yeah. Have either of you guys ever played Fantasy Fellowship?
No.
Yeah.
I did when because it was first a set of rules in White Dwarf 50 longer than that ago.
I'm fairly sure it was about games of Middle-earth as well.
Yeah. But I remember playing it. We seemed to play it quite a lot because at the time there wasn't the breadth of heroes that we've got now. So obviously it was a good way of kind of mixing it up a little bit and making the games a little bit different. But yeah, Galadriel we always used to seem to include, or Celeborn. But at the time there was only the unarmored Celeborn model, so it just made it a little bit kind of tougher because what are they, defense 3, 4, I think maybe, because they're without armor. So they were a bit tougher. They always seem to get taken down. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The thing is, I've got like OCD or something at me. Like I don't want to break up the original Fellowship. So I just feel weird about doing it. But I'll do it.
That's very brave of you, Steve.
Yeah, well done, Steve.
I'll do it for the people. For the people.
So Sean Boyd says, how much more percentage-wise are you guys painting now in the isolation? I'm probably about the same. I go hot and cold with painting and just smash it out for a week and then don't for 3 weeks, and that's still...
What about your painting, though?
Where am I? Do you know what? We got 83 minutes in before he dropped the first dad joke. That's not bad this week. That's not bad.
Mate, that was too good to let go.
I disagree there, mate. Oh, bless him.
My workflow has... I'm probably working about 400% at the minute compared to what I normally do. On all fronts, painting, building, filming, everything. So I'm just trying to keep busy, to be honest. So yeah, I'll go insane otherwise. I'm used to always having something to do, and being in the house not having anything to do is freaking me out a little bit. So
fair one.
I'm much the same as I was previously. Perhaps slightly more, but not noticeable. I personally thought that I would be doing more, but yeah, just.
It's weird, isn't it?
I'm filling my time with all the stuff.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this between us or different conversations with both of you at some point. I've really had to motivate myself to get to that 400% because I had a couple of days where I literally done nothing. I got up, had breakfast, and then I sat down to do something, looked at things, thought, oh, I'll do that in a minute, I'll go and do this. Sat there, did nothing. Then sat and watched YouTube for an hour. Then put TikTok on and realised I wanted a TikTok account. So started YouTubing how to dance videos. So I had a couple of days like that, but yeah, I'm on it now. I'm motivated, yeah.
So Steve's man cave will soon be Steve's dance studio.
I've mastered the dab. I'm all over it. All over it.
Give us a little demo. Come on.
I'm saving it. Listen, it's something special. I'm saving it, man. I'm saving it.
Follow Top Table TikTok Gaming, and you'll get to see Steve busting a move.
Whoa, not just me. These two as well. These two have got to do it as well. Don't be soft.
So, Green Tree, are we getting any more board builds soon, Steve?
Yes. Oh, do you know what? I'll go. Shall I grab it? I'll grab it. Give me 2 secs.
How about the board?
We'll do it. Shock. Don't turn into him, Ben. You're better than that.
Too
204. We'll carry on for a minute. It says, love the control zone pieces from the scouring video. Yeah, they are pretty badass.
Woo.
What is Steve showing us?
What do you think of that?
Well,
I can't hear what you're saying. But yeah, it's got dead things.
You should tell Lily that her homework was amazing. That's pretty good, man.
It's not finished, but it's getting there.
No, it looks good. Steve Bonner says, my fantasy fellowship. His Ringbearer will be Sam. His companion will be Bill the Pony. His sword will be Aragorn. His bow Legolas. His axe Gimli. This is a really clever way of doing it. I don't know how this was done in the past, by the way. And then his tag-ons are Damrod and Mablung, and his wizard will be Galadriel White Council. Very cool.
Who's that? Steve Bonner. Steve Bonner's already theorising lists.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Nicholas Gardler says, Glorfindel on Asphaleth on Bill the Pony as the entire fellowship. Agreed. That is clearly the meta game for that new way to play game.
Yeah. That's if you just want to play it like OP, isn't it?
Yeah. So Justin says the Fancy Fellowship, which is the version I want to play. I want to play Fancy Fellowship.
Oh, that's a Fancy Fellowship.
I know Fancy Fellowship rules were in White Dwarf in like 2005, 2006, if I remember right. I still have the issue with the rules at home somewhere. Justin, if you do, snap some pics and post them in Top Table Gaming Community because it may give us a peek at how they're going to redo it.
Do you know what? I'm sure I've got that somewhere as well, so I'll
do it.
dig through my old issues and have a look.
Yeah, man. And then Flint0204 says, I played a campaign once with the rules from White Dwarf. I used Bilbo and Gandalf, Elrond and Saruman, Legolas, Gimli, Haldir, Frodo and Sam, I think. It was 15 years ago.
Wowzers.
Yeah, it's exciting to try new stuff, and then it'll be exciting to see what you can do with your Fantasy Fellowship. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good fun.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
And that, lads, is about 9:30. So we have
already
good fun reached the end of the stream. Steve, do you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. I have had a ball. It was nice just to kill a couple of hours, and it's always nice to chat to you guys. And I've enjoyed this, having the three of us on. I'll have to do this again.
Yeah, fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I've only got to do a third of the work instead of 90% of it.
Oh, listen. Don't forget, everyone, as well, do go and check out the Top Table Gaming Community on Facebook. There's over 1,000 of us in there now just talking hobbies. So if you're not in there watching this stream, get over there. It's great fun. And if you want to help support the channel, we do also have a Patreon, which is what lets us do all this stuff. Loads of our Patreons in tonight giving support. Do check that out. Again, you'll find links in Facebook and on the YouTube channel and in all the videos and stuff. But yeah, that is the end of Top Table Live 32.
Yep, so you'll see me again on Friday evening at 8 o'clock on the GBHL with Damien. I'll be painting or finishing Legolas for Mr. Pat Gaunt. And then I think we've got some videos in the bank, haven't we, guys?
Yeah,
I've got a hobby vlog. I've got a hobby vlog there. There's some stuff in the bank. I'll be finishing some stuff. I know Ben's got some stuff. I know if you look behind Jay there, his lovely studio, which is just primed, ready for filming. Look at it. Look at it. Primed for someone to talk about stuff who knows what they're talking about instead of me waffling. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. It's been great. And I've been Top Table Steve.
I've been Top Table Jay.
I've been Top Table Ben.
See you soon. Keep washing your hands, guys. Take care.
Stay safe.